See my face better with the hat backwards like this?
Yeah, you probably can, eh?
Probably. Huh? Shit, it's right in the light.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Is it going? No, it is. Cool. Alright. This is Gavin Doniger, my cousin from Australia, and he travels the world playing blues music. And this is the questions I'm about to ask him. When did you realize that you first started loving music as a passion?
As a passion?
Yeah.
When I was, as a little kid, from 8 years old, I started to want to buy my own albums and listen to music, but probably as a passion was about to do it as a living. Came as a mistake really when I was about 28. When the business went sour, I went back to playing music, and that's when I really concentrated on guitar and decided I wanted to play music. More like didn't think I'd be a lead singer in a band, but I just wanted to go back and do something I loved instead of for the love of something instead of the love of money. Something that drove you to do something. You know, when you're passionate about something, you have fun whether you have lots of money or no money. So yeah, probably about 27, 28 when I really became passionate about it. But I've been playing music since I was about 13 in bands because I used to play drums.
Mm-hmm. Besides that, what other instruments do you play?
Like I say, drums, guitar, a little bit of harmonica, and then eventually one day I'd like to learn how to play piano. Should be fun.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful instrument.
Yeah.
You can do so much with it. So you can take the songs anywhere with the piano, it seems.
Right on. And let's see here. And when you travel, do you play by yourself or with a band?
Mostly by myself, solo, when it's overseas shows and stuff, because people that play with me at home are not so passionate about it and don't have the capital, the money. They don't save their money to be able to travel. So I'll go away and play solo. But over the years of going away, I've met many a musician in different places, countries and towns, and especially in the States here, I'll get people. I have a good friend Lewis in Hollywood. He's a Chilean. He plays guitar with me, and another friend DeForest up in San Francisco who play guitar with me, and sometimes a violin player Graham's played with me before. So just over time you meet people, and you might meet people at open mics, and you've got a gig that week, and you want to invite them along and get them up to join in, which is always fun. They'll always go somewhere else, you know. You don't know what your song's going to end up like at the end of the night, you know. And it's a good thing for the crowd too. You've got, as you say, special guests to turn up and jam out some songs with you, you know.
Right on.
It's good fun.
Right on. And what would you say would be your favorite places to go play at?
I like to play in Hollywood. There's a couple of good little places up there, like the Cat Club on Sunset, and a little place called Crane's Tavern, which is always fun. In San Francisco, there's a little place called Milk Cafe. The people there are really cool, so it's always a fun gig. But most of them have fun in most places I go to. But yeah, I enjoy that. New York, Arlene's Grocery was a great gig. It's really good. It's got a little dirty rock vibe to it, you know. It's this dirty, grovelly club, so it's just got that feel to it, you know.
Yeah. Right on. And what was the strangest place you ever played at?
The strangest place? There's probably been a few, but I was on tour in Western Australia, which is 4,000 k's from where I live in Australia, opposite side of Australia. I live on the east coast, this is on the west coast, and we're at this little place called Laverton, and you pretty much can't go any further out into the desert after Laverton. It just turns into dirt roads in indigenous country where you pretty much ask for permission to go there. So and it was 90% indigenous people, and they are the original people of my country, and they love music. They are born to dance. Yeah, Aborigines, and they're born to dance. So that was a really cool gig because they got up, and during one of the breaks, a couple of the boys there could play, so they got up and played a few songs, like Credence and Johnny Cash, stuff like that, which was really cool. You know.
Cool, man.
Welcoming. Felt welcoming. You know, they really embrace the music out there because they don't get a lot. So it's a fun place to play.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then how do you book stuff like that? Who does your booking?
I do the majority of it through the net and phone calls. Go on the phone and ring up and tell people. You pretty much have to tell them what you do, and they can check out MySpace, which is like a bio demo because you got music, got your gig guide on there, you got photos, you got video footage. So yeah, and then sometimes have agents, like Western Australian tours are usually done through an agent, and some other gigs I get back at home on the East Coast through agents, but mostly just get on the phone, the internet, and try to use your craft to get a gig, you know.
Right on. That's all good. Have any record companies come to you looking for
record companies usually don't look for anyone. Mostly, sometimes they have talent scouts, but I've submitted some stuff to record companies, but probably the last 6 years I've been doing this, I have not submitted anything. I'm just an independent artist. I sell it on the net, I sell it through some companies, I sell it at gigs, some shops. The industry's changed so much with downloads and stuff that you don't always need a record company to make a living, but to make big money, you just got to be lucky in the right spot at the right time, I think, these days to crack it, really. You know. But if you love it and stick to what you do, you'll eventually get somewhere. But what is fame when it comes down to it? What is fame? Like I make a living out of playing music, and I do it my own way. I don't have people telling me what to do. So just to get to that next level where you get better shows and better money for your shows. Maybe someone else pays for your recording instead of you would be good. Someone to distribute it to around the globe instead of just a small minority of people.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get out to the majority would be fun. Would be quite good. You know, drive down the street and hear a song of your own on the radio would be a bit of a spin. You know, you spin out to hear something like that. You know. Dude, that's me on the radio.
There you go. And then name 3 artists that inspired you to play.
Inspired by many artists, blues, folk, rock, jazz, all that stuff. But 3 main people would be obviously Keith Richards. I love the way he plays. He's just got his own feel to it. You know, Keith is an icon himself. Original rhythm guitarist from Guns N' Roses, Izzy Stradlin. I love everything he's ever done solo. He's the catalyst of that band. And then a guy from New York called John Spencer, from John Spencer's Blues Explosion. He plays some crazy blues kind of stuff. It's really sort of, I like alternate music too, so sort of alternate blues, you know. He's kind of crazy sometimes, and he's got a great stage show.
Right on. Do you enjoy what you do?
Oh, very much. It's been playing music for a living for about 12 years. The last 5-6 years I haven't had a day job at all, just played music, and I can't think of anything else better to do. I don't have to wake up early in the morning. You know, there's some long nights and late nights, but it's just the way life is, you know. Sometimes it is the greatest thing you can do for me. It's what makes me tick, makes me keep going. You know, take the music away and I don't really know what kind of person I'd be.
Yeah.
Probably not as happy, you know.
No 8 to 5, so. Alright, do you think you'll be doing this for the rest of your life?
You could only hope that you could do this for the rest of your life. Who knows what roads will come along, but at this point, it's the only thing I want to do in my life. It is fun. It's challenging. It's always it's never. You're always working, always trying to get a gig. It can be lonely at times. You meet some great people when you travel. Meet a lot of people, a lot of cute girls out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is quite fun, you know, from all over the world. It's a cultural experience, you might say.
Sure. Sure. It's good, man. guess it was about 10, yeah, I'd say.
I'm sure.
I don't know. We'll just edit this part. So there are actually about 10 questions. The other ones are just tiny little ones. That's all good. Anything else you wanted to add?
All I could say is to people out there that play is don't give up after 2 or 3 or 5 years if you don't get anywhere, because it's a good 10, 15 years of
hardship.
Well, hardship, but it's a lot of fun, and as you go along you get better. As you get better playing music, you write better songs, you have more fun with it, and as you have more fun, it just becomes more creative. And like I say, to travel with your music is probably the best thing you can do, because you'll experience so much more, and experience is what you write songs off. Well, I do. I write all my songs off pretty much most of the time personal experience, or some sort of feeling you had, or something you see on the street, or some people you see on the street, or some sort of funny situation you get in, and you'll write something cool about it, or some thought you have, and it's a good life. But it's not a life for everyone.
Yeah.
Guitar is one of the greatest things you could pick up, I think.
I don't know. And it's now October 2010. What's next for Gavin Doniger?
I'll go back home to Australia tomorrow, actually, and I'll play 3 to 4 nights a week until probably the end of January, and then after that there's a few different things next year. Could be going to Japan in February. I'm definitely going back to the UK and Europe in June through to about mid-September, where hopefully I'll tour through the UK, Germany, Holland and Sweden, and then hopefully come back through and see you guys, do some shows, and that'll probably take me through to like end of September, and then I'll go home and play through to Christmas, and then hopefully come back and spend Christmas here with you guys, and I think my family's going to come over too, so who knows where it's going to go. You could just be playing a gig and all of a sudden someone picks you up and you could be on tour for a year and a half. You can only hope. That's what we look forward to. Yeah.
Cool, man. And is there a song you want to play for us?
Little song?
Yeah.
I'll play a little song, man.
Something off the new guy.
I've got a new album coming out probably next year, mid-next year I'd say, by the time I finish it. There's a little song called, I'll play out just a... Play a little song off, this one's called The Common Dream. Oh, what you see is dreaming, your reality never comes. What you see is dreaming, you're all being overrun. The college doors of freedom, the choices that you've made. You can hang on to those stirrups, see the sunshine on the face. You can reconcile the weekend, cause you all must get divorced. As the wedding chimes grow silent, and I show no remorse. Oh yeah. For I am not a rich man, my wealth you can't record. See, my life is a jewel of diamonds, just waiting to be pawned. But if you decide to mention all those crooked lines are straight, those vultures are circling, so eager to fornicate. But if you can steal the promise from the captain and his crew, just come and hold my hand, babe. I'll make all your dreams come true. Oh yeah. It's a common dream. It's a common dream now. It's a common dream. It's a common dream now. It's a common dream. If you want to hear the rest, you just have to buy the album.
There you go. That's a good job, mate.
Cheers, dude.
Thank you. That was good.
Alright, man. Oh, 11 minutes spare. Cool.